the pieces of soft furniture for kids to be able to stretch out on, roll over the top of, pick up and toss, okay? This is people might walk in and say, boy, why did you use such a large space? Well, I'm going to tell you, when half of our population are in wheelchairs or have equipment, they deserve an intentional space to be able to play and have fun. So that's the reason. So
this is going to be just a big sensory room where they can experience different things and socialize.
Yes.
That's excellent.
We got 4 wings, and this is kind of the central point of all those. So
gotcha.
Yes.
Let's take a look at what you think we ought to see next.
Okay. We have our elementary classroom, which is a little over 2 times the size of the classroom that they have in our current facility.
This is large.
Yes, it is, sir.
This is really
our capacity.
Impressive.
Thank you. Our capacity per classroom is 10 students. We have 10 cubbies built into this room, as well as a handicap accessed sink for children to learn how to wash and dry hands, possibly help with some dishes. And along the way, we thought, boy, it would be nice to have a little storage for our classrooms. So unlike the current building that we are in, we have some built-in storage for our staff.
And lots of great light, too.
Yes. Oh, there's 69 windows in this building, Tom.
Yeah.
And we kept all 69 windows.
That's great.
Okay? Yes.
Fortunately, they were all in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But everything is ADA, so.
That's excellent.
Yes.
And the wings themselves, they're based on our age range. So this is elementary and
our early childhood. We also see our early childhood classroom. So come on in.
Again, big space, lots of light, lots of storage.
Yes, absolutely. And 10 cubbies. Right out the back door here, Tom, will be our fence-enclosed play yard. So as you can see, the guys are getting our surface prepared, and the week of July 10th, we will have a company called New Toys come in and get started on putting our playground in.
Oh, that's great. That's a large space too.
Yes, it is. We are very excited to have our kids spread out.
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
In our current facility, Tom, our staff really does not have I'm going to air quote, place to be able to have their break and their lunch and all of those things. So when we first had the abatement, and I saw that these windows were all together as a cluster, these are the only bay of windows in the entire building that have more than 2. I knew right away that this space needed to be designed for our staff. So we have a large area where they will be able to sit at a table and have their lunch. We have 70 lockers that we're putting in, so everybody will have a locker. And probably the biggest deal to them, Tom, is 2 individual restrooms.
Well, look at that.
Where the kids will not be. Okay?
An adult space in an adult space.
An adult
that's
space.
good.
Yes, I love it. So
that's great.
Staff will be very excited about this room. Okay?
Oh, how neat.
So this is a big deal. We currently have 53 members of the Lighted Way team, and we will be adding a few more before we arrive here in the fall. As we come into this classroom, this is for transition kids, so this would be our 18 and older. And so this room has its own kitchen.
Yes.
And we will also have an area for cooking demonstrations. There'll be a drop-down counter on this end for our students who are in wheelchairs.
So they can learn some skills and
actively participate.
And take these skills with them then.
Absolutely. The main focus of our transition program is pre-employment skills. So we will work feverishly to make sure that when our kids age out at 22, that they are taking skills with them that will aid in whatever the next steps are for them, whether they're going into Horizon House or whether they're able to be gainfully employed in the community.
That's great.
Okay? Yes.
This is really well thought out.
Thank you very much. We have one more room for transition, and this is what we're calling the Transition Training Center. So we will have a big focus on independence and being able to live as an independent person. Now that doesn't mean that they might not need a great deal of support, but even if they're home with their parents, there are things that they can be doing, okay? And so this room will have a single bed where we will learn how to, do everything involved. This big closet here, actually our teachers were just here right before you came, Tom, talking about what this beautiful
That's a
closet
nice space,
is
yeah.
going to have for organizers and what skills they would like to be able to teach. It all starts with what do we have available to us. And thanks to the community and some just incredible donations, we have the opportunity for people to donate specifically for certain things. And we have somebody who has donated for the transition program. And so part of their donation will go towards the organizer that will go in here to be able to teach independent skills for our kids.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show you the high school class.
The high school class,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
And each of these wings has a sensory room that's age appropriate.
Gotcha, okay. Good.
Okay, so this is our high school class.
Oh my goodness.
And so they
The space in
also
here
have-
is really
Oh,
something.
it's amazing. They have lockers. They also have a full kitchen. So Tom, there are actually 3 full kitchens in this building.
Great.
They also take care of all of our laundry. We do about 8 to 10 loads a day of laundry at our current building. And so they collect it, they wash it, they dry it, they sort it, they fold it, and they deliver it back to the classrooms.
So these are all the high school kids that we're
High
talking about
school
who are
and
doing this.
transition,
That's
yes,
great.
absolutely.
These are practical skills that they're likely being taught at home, but this just helps augment it.
Yes, absolutely. And there's so many things that our parents aren't able to do with their kids that we want to focus on the goals of the parent, okay? What is important to you? What would you like to see your student have under their belt when they age out at 22?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful. That's great. So it's very student-centric and family-centric, as you mentioned before.
Absolutely. Our relationship with our parents is second to none. But I will tell you, we have 5 teachers. We're going to go from a 5-classroom to a 6-classroom concept. And we have dedicated teachers and dedicated paraprofessionals that I will put against anybody's in the state. Our intermediate and middle school classrooms are down this wing, as well as a large and a small sensory room. So as Scott was explaining, there's a large and small sensory room down each hallway that will be designed for the age groups in that wing. Right now at Lighted Way, we have 1 large and 1 small. We have to have toys and such in there for age 3 to 22. So when we come here, we're going to be able to make things more purposeful and more intentional.
So for the older students, for instance, what might that include?
It might include swings. It might include soft form furniture where they can relax, have a social opportunity. If they're overstimulated, it might include some special lighting, specific music, things along that line.
That's great.
This is what we're calling our activities room.
Okay, gotcha.
Every one of these hallways will be the letting off steam.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And they've been designed exactly for that purpose. Just typical drywall was not used in this build. This is reinforced drywall, okay? Because we have so many wheelchairs and we work towards independence for our kids. Well, that means mobility also. So if somebody's gonna run into the wall, we need to let it happen because it's a natural consequence. Obviously, we're not gonna let them be unsafe.
No, but I mean, you're trying to teach independence, and independence comes with some missteps.
And so all of those ideas had to be taken into consideration, not only with the building materials, but the layout and the design of the entire building. This room was the cafeteria, for Heritage. And so this is a 9-foot, 9-inch ceiling. Where we are right now, we have 6-foot ceilings. And so our students who are capable will actually be able to bounce a ball in this room for the very first time. So this room is 5.5 times the size of the activities room in our current building.
You're kidding.
No.
You were cramped. You were highly cramped.
Cafegimatorium.
I called it the cafegimatorium, yes, okay. We also have a beautiful area that we reference as the sunroom.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Yes, not all of our students are able to go outside and enjoy the weather with their friends, but here in the sunroom, they'll be able to hear them they'll be able to feel the sun coming in as they are maybe rocking with an adult who loves them and reading a book or listening to music. So we've tried to make sure that we have a space in the building that is very intentional for every child. If they can't do this, they can do this. So let's make it. Okay.
Tell me a little bit about something we don't like to think about, but we need to. How is security in the building?
We will have, all of the doors will be locked, as we do now. We will have a system using fobs to be able to get in, passcode also. We have cameras around the outside of the building.
Playground area back here is all going to be fenced in.
Yes.
This is another look at it from where we had seen it in the other room. This is really an impressive size. It really is an impressive size out there.
And we will have the pour in place, very similar to Rotary Park. And the reason for that is that our students who use some type of wheel or a walker, it's impossible for them to get through pea gravel, through grass, through wood chips, sand.
Again, mindfulness that you're talking about. Everything's designed mindfully.
Yes, absolutely. Again, that level of independence, we want them to be able to exit the building and if they're capable, move across to their favorite activity. Okay?
Yep.
So the pour in place we're very excited about.
That's great.
Yes.